Hi everyone, welcome to or back to my channel. This is a stock market journey where I document my journey to becoming a consistent day trader. Today we're doing another trade recap from the past week. On Monday I had something cooking up with gold. It topped my zone, and then when I tried to make an entry, I got this error message that honestly kind of spooked me. I thought I broke some kind of rule and compromised my entire evaluation. So I reached out to FTMO, and I guess I was just on a contract that was expiring. I'm still kind of confused because it says it expires in April, but there is another gold simulator, so I wasn't too concerned. It was kind of a blessing in disguise, honestly, because I would have lost this trade. On Tuesday, I had a few setups that looked good but ultimately invalidated. The most notable was this one with NQ. I was waiting for stronger bearish movement before entering this trade, and it began to consolidate, so I wasn't comfortable entering because it felt like there would be a reversal, and it turned out that was the case. This reversal thing kind of became a trend because I had 3 zones that did this, so I did enter further away from my zone here because I wanted to see if the bearish candles would hold. This trade was about 30 minutes long, and I really felt like I had to sit on my hands because there was a lot of back and forth. Candles closed above and below my entry, and there was actually a moment in time where it was crawling toward my stop loss. I did move my take profit slightly closer, which is something I try not to do, but I really wanted out of this trade, and I wasn't sacrificing my risk to reward ratio substantially. It was still a higher reward to risk, but looking back, I really didn't need to do that because it would have hit my take profit. Holding trades and not messing with them is still something that I'm working on, and if this were me a few months ago, I would have exited way too soon. I also looked at Asian session because a lot of people in this Discord that I'm in have said good things about it. I did get a good setup with gold and took a very conservative entry, as you can see, because it is pretty far from my zone. I moved my stop loss to break even because I wanted a risk-free trade where I could practice just holding trades. There were several moments where the price was flirting with both my take profit and my stop loss, but I sat on my hands and waited, and it eventually hit my take profit. My last trade of the week wasn't until Thursday, and I was definitely getting FOMO, but there weren't many setups I was liking throughout the week. I took a trade with NQ during Asian session after analyzing the bearish trend and getting a setup that spoke to me. This was also a very conservative entry, and I did adjust my stop loss a little bit. This is because I use TradingView to map out my trades, and I tried to match the stop loss and take profit as close as I can. Once I saw NQ continue lower after rejecting resistance, I moved my stop loss to break even to protect the progress I've made this week. At this point, the trade had proven itself, so reducing risk was just a logical decision for me. Overall, I am very happy with how this week played out. Not only is this a green week with about 1.5k in profit, but I was also very picky about what trades I wanted to take, and I also gave time for each trade to play out. It's very tempting to want to exit trades early when you see them going back and forth, but if you exit trades early to make some profit, you will ultimately be net negative because you're allowing other trades to hit your stop loss. This is a huge reason why risk management is important, because you need to decide what amount you're comfortable with losing and be at peace with it. I know there will be losing days in the future. That's inevitable with trading, but being able to manage risk and allowing your trades to play out is a huge factor for determining how profitable you will be. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. Until the next recap video.